It's some crazy stuff going on out here in these streets, y'all. And when I say crazy stuff, I mean some weird stuff. And we talking about T.I. and Tiny here. Now it's funny because a couple of years ago, I remember Porsha bringing up something about a sex dungeon, and Phaedra and what's her name? And Phaedra and Candy fell out about this sex dungeon, and they was accusing Candy about having the sex dungeon and all of these crazy things that was supposed to be going on in there. But now it's kind of sounding similar to the story of T.I. and Tiny. So it seems like they might have had the wrong escape member. Maybe what I'm thinking is Candy must have shared some secrets with Phaedra, and Phaedra didn't want to go come out and just tell Portia the whole thing of who it was and what was really going down, and she probably didn't expect Portia to even bring it up. But she probably told her bits and pieces, and Portia probably assumed it was Candy. I'm gonna go back and play some of these clips and do a little investigating because I'm trying to figure out what's going down because like this sound like some R. Kelly stuff going on. Like they let this sex stuff go on for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they go down. Like usually you doing some crazy stuff like this, you eventually gonna go down. But my thing is, how is this stuff just happening so long, and how is it happening more than one time to one person? You know, we're gonna figure this thing out today. We're gonna figure it out. Let me share my screen. Okay, first let's see what they talking about. Let's see what's going on, what these allegations are about. All right, Ti and Tiny allegations. Okay, this is where I seen it last night, and I was gonna get up and do a video about it, but I was too tired.
This is our journalist friend, Devin Simone. You recognize her. Wow, beige,
I know.
beige. Okay, T.I. and Tiny are facing some serious allegations. And I mean serious.
This is very serious, Wendy, and this is an unfortunate story. So, a lawyer representing 11 women is calling for a sexual abuse investigation into rapper T.I. and Tiny Harris. 11 women. As of now, no criminal charges have been filed against either of them. Just want to clarify that right now. But attorney Tyrone Blackburn sent a letter to state gotta call Tyrone. Tyrone sent a letter to state and federal authorities in Georgia and California, alleging 11 women face quote sexual abuse, forced ingestion of illegal narcotics, kidnapping, terroristic threats, and false imprisonment by T.I., Tiny, and members of their entourage between the years of 2005 to 2018.
Now, what you need to understand is that these 11 women don't know each other. And the lawyer says that all of their stories were the same. They don't even know each other, and they all had the same story. So this is looking very serious. And by the way, back when I was on radio, I used to tease you and say, I know a lot more about Tiny and T.I. than you think. And that was well before 2005. Just saying. Because even Northman was listening back then, and you said, well, you didn't know that.
Right, I didn't know it was like this. Yeah.
I'm not talking, Devin is.
Yes, so just like you said, Wendy, Tyrone said, these individual claims paint eerily consistent allegations of women prior to or upon immediately entering T.I. and Tiny's home, hotel, or tour bus in which they were coerced by Tiny to ingest drugs or unknowingly administer drugs to impair the victim's ability to consent to subsequent vile sexual acts.
Wouldn't that be like Molly? Because they say when you pop it, you sweat, and then you'll have sex with anything.
Right, basically. It's something to just get their guard down, is what they're alleging. And so one of the women who came forward is a military veteran who served 5 years in the Air Force. At the time, she met them in 2005. She said she was 23. She met T.I. and Tiny at a Los Angeles club, and she was with her friend initially. Now, she claims that Tiny gave them some of her drink, and within hours, both she and her friend felt really ill and really sick. And she only had one
Tiny a woman though. Like, why is she even participating in this? But see, she seemed like the type just based off of her history dealing with T.I. and his cheating allegations and all that, that she would probably just do anything. But I don't want to put her in that category. She just, I don't know. This sounds kind of weird to me.
another drink that night, which she knows is well within her tolerance limit.
Okay.
She says T.I. and Tiny took her to their hotel room where she claimed Tiny bathed both her and T.I., and then she said they both proceeded to rape her. Her friend had gotten sick and wasn't there. She remembers waking up naked on the couch with a towel thrown on her and security banging on the door for her to leave, and when she left, she immediately told her friend what happened the next day. Another woman says she became friends with Tiny when they were teenagers and went to work for them back around 2005. She alleges that on several occasions, T.I. forced her to take multiple ecstasy pills, just like you said.
Wait, several occasions? If he did it the first time, why did you do it again?
And they forced her to engage in sexual acts with different women against her will. She also alleges she personally witnessed women complaining of being kidnapped and held against their will for days at a time.
Wasn't there a room?
Now, this the same thing. Like, women was saying that R. Kelly was kidnapping them and holding them hostage and all that stuff. I don't know. Like, it's weird. These women grown. I don't know if they getting tied up with chains and stuff, but I would have just walked out the door. I don't know. I don't know how it could happen several times. Like, if you drug me one time, I don't care if you a celebrity or you a millionaire, billionaire. If you treat me wrong, ain't no amount of money gonna pay me to just get drugged again. And a lot of times these celebrities be paying these people off, and usually they don't last long. They gonna end up spilling the beans anyway. But why though? Why are they doing this?
After Tiny and T.I. allegedly finished with them, that they'd send them into another room with a bunch of women and force the woman that they sent in to have the sex?
That one I'm not sure, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, no, I said allegedly.
Yeah. But that may very. I mean, there are so many stories, and they are still coming out of the wood.
Wait a minute. So where the kids was at, and where is this dungeon at? How y'all have time to lock up people and kidnap them and hold them hostage when y'all still gotta watch y'all kids?
The New York Times did an investigation into this.
The New York Times, that's higher than People magazine.
That's when you know it's real, right?
But you know what? I've been seeing some stuff on YouTube with Shakana going at it with somebody else. It was not that long ago. Actually, let me see. How you spell this girl name? Shakana. Okay. She was talking about something that sounded similar to this. Shakana went live. She was crying about something. Okay. Shakana drunk rant about T.I. and Tiny police chase. Nope. Okay, Sabrina Peterson. I remember she calls out Sabrina Peterson. This was a month ago I seen this. This could be very well.
She said, I'm the ghetto friend who should have fought Bernice. Do y'all remember? And the flip the on me because I didn't go fight Bernice because it ain't my goddamn thing.
But they still suffering from nerve damage.
She threatened me. She had me scared to walk around the city of Atlanta. I was scared to walk around my own goddamn city. I was so scared of this. I'm telling you. And it ain't right. And so everybody who she done with, you've been a victim of her. Inbox me, goddammit. Because this got to stop. Inbox Shakana Anderson right now. Inbox me. Now I gotta go.
Oh.
If Tiny would pay that attention, she wouldn't be even into it right now with Tia. She's looking attention. She wants Tiny.
Wait a minute. Okay. Shakana Joe calls out Sabrina Peterson. Now, I seen a video with her talking about some stuff T.I. did. It's all coming together. She was talking about some stuff T.I. did to her and alleged she was recruiting women to participate in sexual activities with T.I. and Tiny. So why was she helping them? People just do anything for the money. Let me just listen.
She obsessed with Tiny. Like, she want Tiny to be her girlfriend. Now, listen, this is my thing. It came out the Tip pulled a gun on her, right? How do we change from Tip not the victim no more? Tip is the victim and Tiny now is the legend. How do we go from that? So she done got mad at Tamika for taking husband. He go the whole goddamn thing.
Everybody ain't gonna play right too long.
She ain't talked about nothing about how she Tamika and Tip. I said what I said. Why she ain't talking about how she done sucked? So why we ain't talking about that? Let's get into it. Yeah,
Ooh.
y'all want somebody to get into it. I'm trying to figure out why
now,
she ain't told y'all how much why she ain't told y'all about she wanted the women who used to go recruit them. What's up? Hey, now they go to real see.
Now everybody was telling her why she went live, so she didn't say nothing about it.
Why she didn't tell y'all that she done had some of that Why she tell y'all? She's talking about all the rest of these folks running around here. Why she tell y'all? And then upstairs, because Tamika, I guess Tiny, I don't know, I never, and I swear to God, I don't get involved. I don't know what they do in their lifestyle. I'm not a part of it. But I know she done been around. Ask her how it tastes. Go ask her.
Wait. She said she didn't been effed by them. So her and Tiny is some freaking nasty out the way stuff.
Taste too. Ask her how Tamika tastes. Ask her, do she want some more? Is that the problem? Well, ask her what was going on when she was in the threesomes and the foursomes. What happened with her?
Dang, foursomes.
What about when
See, she telling right now. She was telling before the cops came.
Black power. You so into the power, but you the one recruited to come get
petty gang, petty mafia. Yo, this is getting crazy.
Y'all
I got so much stuff I gotta do today, so I really can't show y'all the full screen recording of Shekinah Live, but just know.
Oh, it's a full recording. It's long. We ain't gonna get into all that, but let me see what the comments saying, because I remember it says, I don't know what they do, but she telling us what they do. You see what I'm saying? We didn't even know this. I remember watching this, and I didn't know what she was talking about. So I didn't even care to look at it no more. She did not help their case, shaking my head. No, she didn't, because she basically confirmed everything that's been going on before they even said something about it. That's probably what made them look into it. She couldn't be my friend. She talk way too much. Yes, she do. She talk way too much online and cry online about everything that's going on in her life. You right about that. What's wrong with people, man? She would not be a friend of mine at all. Yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. Shakana always in drama, somewhere crying. I just said that. Somewhere crying. Yep. She was crying when they was burning up all the designer clothes and stuff during Black Lives Matter rally. Well, dang, she basically told the whole story. Yep, they all these people on here thinking just like I'm thinking right now. And this was a month ago, y'all. Right here. It's a month ago. Okay, now let's go back in time. Porsha accuses Candy. Okay, there you go. Season 9. They in season, I think, 13 or something, 14 right now. This season 9. This it say 3 years ago. Might have been 4 years. Who knows? But it's been a couple of years ago. So this dungeon thing's been brought up way before. Porsha Williams claims Candy Burris wanted to drug her. Now, listen to how similar this story sounds.
After late July tortilla chips have finished their journey of being toasted, then crisped for delicate crunch, then tumbled with sea salt and lime, it's no wonder they call it happy hour. Late July, bring out the good chips.
I don't know if anybody's lying.
Phaedra, she said I had a sex dungeon. You know, if I had one, I would tell everybody about it because I don't care.
Does it really matter?
The part that matters, Phaedra, this chick tried to turn it around and said that we tried to drug her.
You told someone that you were going to drug me and take me to a sex dungeon.
Sheree, do you hear this lie?
Now, what it sounds like is Phaedra must have told Porsha that there was a sex dungeon and people are getting drugged in the sex dungeon. And she might have said it was an escape member. That's what I'm thinking. And of course, Porsha's going to think that it's Candy because Candy is the one that's there. And she probably thought that she wouldn't have brought it up if she wasn't talking about Candy. And now it's all kind of making sense. Now, this is just my logic on it.
The drug thing alone.
Yeah, that ain't no surface shade. That is some deep, deep libel.
I would sue your ass if you keep saying it. I know that. You lying ass bitch.
She has the right to deny that.
You didn't have the right to stop saying that shit. I know that.
You're not even thinking about the fact that I got kids. Don't try to ruin my life, ruin my business, ruin everything. And that type of accusation can sit with you for life.
Now, you know this episode old because Sheree on it.
You are a big ass liar.
I wasn't going to tell your business until you came at me.
She's not saying the truth.
Yeah, let's hold
And
out
that's
for
the
a second.
problem. Let's be clear, Phaedra. You know I have fun or whatever. But the one thing I would not do no stuff about no drugs or nothing. And for her to put that out there about me, me? Oh my God.
Now you see how, look at Phaedra's face. Like she's confirming, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, we must have talked about this. Like, she already know that is not true.
Oh my God.
Look at Phaedra's face. She just don't want to say nothing. Hold on, let me go back to her face.
Everything in me. Show this bitch. Berta, put that out there about me. Oh my God. It took everything in me. One thing I would not do. I would not do no stuff about no drugs or nothing. And Berta, put that out there about me. About no drugs or nothing. And Berta, put that out. One thing I would not do. I would not do no stuff about no drugs or nothing.
Look at Phaedra.
And
Look at
Berta,
Phaedra.
put
She
that
know.
out there about me.
She know the truth.
Oh my God.
Porsha looking all confused, like, you just told me. You know how Porsha be. Let me see. When she first brought it to her at the table. There you go. I think it is right here.
The reason I love using
This
StreamYard,
when
well,
she
that's
first
easy.
brought it up to her
I
at the
can make
table.
me, Chris Brogan, I can make a show.
To me, for you to try to imply, oh, she must be, at the end of the day, it ain't no secret. I done hooked up with a chick before. It ain't never been a secret. I don't live my life like that. You do.
I live my life how?
In secret.
Oh, how? And what secret?
Yes. Well, you done been with chicks before and all that.
Have several seats, Candy. If you want to call me out and try to so-called put my life on Front Street, let's talk about yours. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, I'm not out here telling your business. But if you want to go there, Candy, it is what it is. Because if I'm single and if that's what I choose to do, that's one thing. But if I'm married and I choose to bring other women and flip-flop them in my bed like pancakes, that's something totally different.
Let's be clear. My husband and I, we've only had one experience.
That seemed like that's what T.I. and Tiny doing.
That is the
Flip-flopping them like
whether you
pancakes.
don't want to believe it.
Fight! Girl, I thought we were having an honest conversation.
I'm having an honest conversation with you.
Now, oh, you don't have a sex dungeon?
No, I do not.
Oh, that's a lie.
No, I would love to show you my house.
Oh, I don't need to see it.
No, ma'am.
I don't need to see it. Whatever sex chamber y'all have going on. I made that up.
Yes, you did. You
Oh,
just
no, I
made
did
that
not.
to make yourself
I
feel
promise
good.
you I didn't make that up.
Now, y'all know good and damn well if I had a sex dungeon, I would tell everybody because I think it's actually cool. She's so foolish.
And for a long time, they really thought she had one. I even thought she had one because she had this little sex dungeon type party going on. And all the sex toys and everything, all that sexual stuff she had going on. I thought she had one for real. But let's see what I already forgot what the lady name is. Some Peterson. Hold on now. I got to go back to Shakana page. Got to go back to Shakana just to see what Peterson name is. Hold on. I got y'all. Sabrina Peterson. Let's see what she's saying. Because she was giving a couple of details in her video. She was giving a couple of details. And I want to hear what she had to say a month ago. Around the same time Shakana did her video. You know, they was going back and forth with the videos. But now it's all on y'all, T.I. and Tiny. Tiny, I don't even know what to say about you. But you just done lost it. I don't know what he done to you, but you lost it. Now we was trying to give you some sympathy and give you the benefit of the doubt, you know, because you wanted to be, you know, working your marriage. You wanted to work your marriage out and all that stuff. So we understood. But now you took it too far. We can't forgive you for this one. You know, the women can't forgive you for this one. Because we thinking about what if it was one of our daughters. You know what I'm saying? You participating. You ain't protecting. You ain't protecting the women.
Let me speak light on something and how weird people are.
Come on.
First of all, never said that your husband was an abuser, okay? Because he couldn't abuse me. Let's just be
okay. I remember this video. She said you couldn't say nothing about your husband was an abuser, but then turn around later on in the same video said he pulled out a gun on her. The contradiction. Let's listen.
Clear, he abuses you. Let's be clear on that, okay? Let's be abuser, okay? Because he couldn't abuse me. Let's just be clear. He abuses you. Let's be clear on that, okay? Let's be clear on that. He abuses you.
Well, goddamn.
Your husband can never abuse me. So that's never a comment Sabrina used, okay? Let's be clear on that. Number 2, me speaking about what I experienced is my experience, okay? Okay? Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions.
Now, she just said she can't be abused. Hold on.
Let's be clear on that, okay? Let's be clear on that. He was an abuser, okay? Because he couldn't abuse me. Let's just be clear. He abuses. Let's be clear on that experience, okay? Okay? Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions. You are the battered woman. I'm saying you're the woman that's always somewhere crying. You're the one that's always being cheated on. You're the one. I'm saying but you're the one that wants to go run to your friends and tell them what he did wrong in X, Y, and Z. And I was so young, I did not know. I didn't know to not listen to a woman when she's going crazy and crying about her relationship. The only thing I knew is that my friend was going through X, Y, and Z, and I jumped the fuck in like the dumbass I was. But the facts do remain the same. And if so I've let this go because it's so freaking old. This is so old, but this is a part of my trauma. This is a part of my truth. This is so old that he went on to make songs about it and so forth and so on.
Wait, which songs?
That same silver gun that was on the table when he was arrested, that one silver revolver with the long nose on it was the gun that he put to my head, screaming, "Bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, I'll kill you."
Goddamn.
So my PSA today is about me speaking about my past trauma, what I went through. That's my truth. That is my truth.
So I'm assuming this is why Shakana said something about it, but she just put too much information about it. She must have responded to this video.
Your daughter was there to witness it.
Oh.
His sister Precious, rest in peace, was there to witness it.
Oh.
And many other children.
That's crazy, man. Children involved.
I was actually,
while
you were in the hospital, after you lost the child, I left the hospital and took my money to go throw your child a birthday party. And this is where it happened at. So don't paint me to be something that I'm not. The police on him, as far as my child taking a picture with him and me saying that's his uncle and X, Y, and Z, that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. My child has never been in a private setting with him at all. Let's be clear on the thing to go through what you go through in life. No woman in a right mind. The statute of limitations is up. He can't go to jail for what he did to me. But at the end of the day, my truth is my truth. What I lived is what I lived. And no one can discount that. No one can discount the amount of time it took me to get over that trauma. I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30 years, someone threatening and pushing a gun, a cold gun. And I'd be damned if anybody tries to say I'm speaking on something for clout or this and third. I don't need any clout for something that A, I didn't sue him for, and B, I didn't get him arrested for. I thought in my character at that young age I was at, that was me being down, knowing someone was on paperwork, knowing someone had a family and X, Y, and Z, not to sue them, not.
I guess that's how it happens. I see that happen a lot. A lot of people don't want to ruin a person's family or reputation and stuff like that, and they just don't deal with them no more. But I mean, we got to start speaking up about a lot of this stuff that happens, because once a person get away with something the first time, they're going to feel like they can keep getting away with it, and they're going to do more damage than anything. And so that's why a lot of these cases are hard to, go through, and they last so long because of the time limit and the limitations that you put on it, and people not saying nothing, and the motives behind it and all of that. Like, if people start speaking on things that happen, especially like brutal things and sexual, assault and kidnapping and all this extra stuff that they got going on nowadays in Hollywood or Hollywood, wherever they do this stuff at in the celebrity community, because it seemed like they're going crazy. But they need to just go ahead and start speaking on these things and not let money be the root of this evil and why they can't say anything about it. It's I mean, look how many dislikes is on here. I don't know at the time what was going on, or like I probably wouldn't have all the way fully believed her versus Shakana because they got two different stories. But then based on all this other stuff that's coming out now, and then the Real Housewives of Atlanta video and trying to put stuff together and make sense of it, she might be telling the truth. You never know. But then like I said, just her alone, look how many people disliked it. 286. That's half of the people that liked it. So even if a person was to just go out and say something, it's almost like the police or anybody you talk to is really not going to believe you. And that's why these cases are much harder. And they can't be stopped in its tracks. But let me let y'all hear something else. Because T.I. is a little weird, to me. He has gotten a little weird over time with the things he do and say. He got this way of talking like he a professor. But that doesn't mean that he got them all up there. Talks about daughters' virginity.
The Bachelor is
Oh my
back.
God, this
Stream
commercial.
it live on ABC with YouTube TV.
Even with the pull, you can see the new growth there. This company might have just cured baldness.
Not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Hey!
T.I. admits to attending his 18-year-old daughter Deja's OBGYN appointments to make sure she's still a virgin.
Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results.
Yep, you heard that right. T.I. is clearly one.
I thought that was kind of weird because she's 18. She grown. That's kind of personal. And him saying check the hymen to make sure that she's still a virgin, like that's kind of personal. And then visits and things of that nature. That's something that is a mother's job. There's nothing wrong, of course, with a father taking his daughter to the doctor. But I mean, especially like speaking in public about it, I just find it kind of a little cringy. Like me just being a woman, especially if I was at that age, I would feel a little embarrassed, to put it like that. Not trying to say anything, perverted going on, but I'm just saying that I know me being a woman, I would feel a little embarrassed of you talking about that on the public, platform or public social media for everybody to hear, especially, if I got friends and people that I have to be around and they hear this and it's coming from your dad and they're like, why is he talking about that? I hope y'all get the picture.
Protective father, revealing to Nazanin Mandy and Nadia Moham on the Ladies Like Us podcast he's been attending his daughter's gynecologist appointments since she turned 16.
Right after the birthday, we celebrate.
And, we go and check her hymen after.
Then,
what the fuck?
Usually like the day after the party, she's enjoying her gifts. I put a sticky note on the door. Gyno. Tomorrow, 9:30.
Outraged fans are asking how he was able to get away with such an invasion of privacy. Well, he cleared that up too, saying Deja's doctor initially expressed privacy concerns over sharing the teen's medical information without her consent.
The doctor was maintaining a high level of professionalism. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, sir, I have to, in order for me to share information. I say, Deja, they want you to sign this. They want you to sign
this right now. I need to know if you're hymen.
Let me see what the comments say. This is disgusting. He needs to stop worrying about his daughter's sex life and worry more about being faithful to his wife. I can't stand the fact in the first 30 seconds, Entertainment Tonight refers him as a protective father. Don't confuse controlling behavior for protective behavior. If he wanted to protect his daughter, he would take her to the gyno and have them educate her on consent, STDs, and birth control. Creepy as F. T.I. is not one protective father. He's one creepy father. And this coming from a guy, John. Okay, I want to know what's so funny that the women just laughing away. That's what I was thinking. Like, what's so funny? I see a lot of interviews where people say weird stuff or they do weird stuff and nobody calls them on it or says anything about it. Like, that could be a perfect topic of a situation. I mean, a perfect topic if somebody is saying something or doing something weird that you could just call them on their behavior right away because it makes for good TV. But instead they'll laugh about it. Like I've seen this multiple times and I'm like, so what is funny about it? This was over the edge and truly an invasion of his daughter's privacy. He's disgusting. Why are the ladies laughing? It's not funny. Like, okay, everybody's saying the same stuff. This has bothered me since I heard it. Nasty as F. And the fact that her mother and stepmother don't say nothing says a lot. You know, just check the hymen, please. He has a lot of nerve considering his image with women in the hip hop industry. He's a weirdo for that. You know, actually, a lot of men and women are commenting about this stuff. So I just wanted to read the comments to let you know that this is not just my opinion on how I feel about this, but I just think the whole situation, just Ti and Tiny, just weird altogether. Like the more stuff just keep coming out about them, and the more things that just keep happening over time, they just becoming weirder and weirder by the minute. But we're gonna start seeing some stuff unfold about them, as you can see, because that interview with Wendy Williams was last night, and shoot, it's gonna be it's not gonna be good. I tell you that it's not gonna be good. So I don't know how many of y'all gonna be listening to Ti or Tiny's music. I know a lot of y'all done stopped listening to R. Kelly, so they may be next on the list. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this situation. I hope I got enough information I could put together. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If y'all know anything that I don't know, please put it in the comment section and let me know so I can do a little more digging. All right, y'all, be easy.